For those of you that have been worried about The Last of Us Part 2 not being released in 2019, while I don't have a confirmation about the game being released in 2019, it has been confirmed that the game is coming very soon. That's exactly what the composer of the game said. Also, there's a brand new game that's absolutely adorable coming to the PS4 in Songbird Symphony. Want to take a quick look at that title? Kingdom Hearts 3 just saw its release today, and the Epilogue is available to download right now. All of the reviews that you've currently seen do not take this into consideration because Square Enix wanted to keep this under wraps, and they're throwing out the Epilogue with the official release of the game. Also, it's been well publicized that Gamestop has been fighting through a lot of hurdles recently. They were trying to sell the company. However, it looks like they've given up on that and GameStop will operate as normal. However, their stock has also plummeted this morning. Starblood Arena, a PlayStation VR title, will be shutting down its servers in July of this year, so that's always unfortunate. Want to take a look at that. And I've got a great deal for you guys on Valkyria Chronicles for the Memoirs from Battle Premium Edition, as well as a great deal on the base game. More on that at the end of this video. First up, The Last of Us Part 2, I think, is without a doubt the most anticipated game of 2019. I mean, it still hasn't been confirmed for 2019, but I think most of us are expecting the game to be released this year. And the composer of the game said it's coming very soon. While on stage in Kuwait, composer Gustavo Santaolalla said that The Last of Us Part 2 would be coming very soon, and this was received with loud cheers from the audience. We've known about The Last of Us Part 2 for quite a while, so I imagined a 2019 release was always the plan. I even thought The Last of Us would be released in June of this year. The first Last of Us released in June of 2013, and it was just a few months prior to the release of the PlayStation 4, and I thought they would do something similar where The Last of Us Part 2 would be released in June, and then maybe the PS5 would follow a few months later. But now that we get more information, I think the PS5 is a 2020 console. However, I still think The Last of Us Part 2 is gonna be released this year. It does seem like The Last of Us Part 2 is closer to being released than Ghost of Tsushima, and you know Sony is gonna want to have at least one major PlayStation 4 exclusive release for the fall. Ideally, it would be two, but at the very least, they're gonna get one out there. Last year it was Marvel Spider-Man. This year, I think it's gonna be The Last of Us Part 2. Yes, there are other big games coming out. There's a game like Dreams that could get pushed into fall 2019. However, The Last of Us Part 2 is orders of magnitude greater of a title and a release than Dreams. I'm excited for Dreams, but The Last of Us Part 2 is the sequel to arguably the greatest game of last generation, arguably the greatest game that Naughty Dog ever put out, and that says a lot. It's just on another stratosphere when you compare it to the other games being released this year. And based on Gustavo saying that the game is coming very soon, I would imagine that it would be a 2019 release. You don't say a game is coming very soon and it's actually coming a year and a half from now. Moving on from that, we've got a very cute game coming to the PlayStation 4 in Songbird Symphony. Songbird Symphony is described as a heartwarming journey of discovery as orphan chick Burb sets off to find his true origins. You follow this cheerful little bouncing bird who reveals in singing and guide him through this magical journey of stunning pixel art and gorgeous animation that shapes itself into your musical interactions. Chirp to activate platforms and sing to the residents of the forest, learning new notes to aid you in captivating rhythm battles against the creatures of this sprawling, enchanting world. Again, it does feature a old school look with a pixel art style, but I think it's very complimentary to what this game is going for, and Songbird Symphony will be hitting the PlayStation 4 on July 25th. Moving on from that, Kingdom Hearts 3 was officially released today, and while the reviews are looking very positive, it has an 89 on Metacritic. That's a massive thumbs up for the game. However, you might have noted that Tetsuya Nomura said this back in December, quote, "The game's epilogue and secret movie, which are the biggest spoilers in the game, are planned to be released at a later date just in case, so they will not be shown before the game's release. We want everyone to be able to equally experience the full game after its release." So all of the reviews that you have been seeing, it does not take the epilogue and this secret movie into account, and a lot of the concern with the game has been from a story standpoint. Now, of course, an epilogue and a secret movie is not going to remedy the entirety of the story, so I'm not saying it's wrong for reviewers to review the game. However, it does seem like this is going to add a considerable amount to the overarching narrative of Kingdom Hearts, and of course, that narrative to Kingdom Hearts is very important, and it does look like, based on everything we're hearing, that the story isn't quite over yet, and I do imagine this epilogue and secret movie is going to set the table for the future of the franchise. That's speculation on my part. Of course, the game just released today. I haven't haven't gotten up to that point, but do download the Epilogue and the secret movie as it is available today, absolutely free, of course, just an update for the game. Moving on from that, of course, with the explosion of digital gaming as well as other retailers being very competitive, there's Amazon, Best Buy's always throwing out great deals. GameStop has had a lot of competition in recent years, and it was no secret that they were trying to sell itself to another company. However, this morning they announced this. Quote, GameStop's board has now terminated efforts to pursue a sale of the company due to the lack of available financing on terms that would be commercially acceptable to a prospective acquirer. Because of this, GameStop stock has plummeted pretty hard and it's currently sitting at $11.47. Now for GameStop to be a success, it's really all on them. It's not going to be an outside entity jolting up the brand, and GameStop does have a pretty negative reception these days. It doesn't seem like a lot of people go shopping there anymore. Usually you buy games online, you buy it from Amazon or Best Buy, even if you want it physically, and for a lot of people, now you are going that exclusive digital route. When we see our videos, we see that when we ever cover the digital deals, those videos usually do really well, and it's easy to see that a lot of you guys have invested your time and money into buying games digitally. Even if you do have to sit through the downloads, the convenience of just being able to buy a game from your home and download it right away, I can see why gamers are flocking towards that, and it's easy to see why GameStop has been struggling quite a bit. Now, GameStop hasn't always been consumer friendly, but we'll see if they can turn the ship around. Around Black Friday time, GameStop is always a great go-to because they have a lot of great deals then. However, for the rest of the years, what are they doing to really entice gamers to shop at GameStop? I don't really know. But moving on from that, Starblood Arena was a VR exclusive title, a multiplayer shooter that will be turning off its online capabilities later this year. Never a fan of seeing this happen. However, with Starblood Arena, it's not like this was a massive success and you have to wonder how many people are really playing the game. Specifically, Starblood Arena will be shutting down its online servers on July 25th. So of course, unfortunate, never like to see that happen with games, because not only does it shut down the game for people that already own the game, the longevity of the game has been greatly diminished as well, and it won't be selling as well. So that's always unfortunate. They tried dropping the price of the game, they tried to make it accessible to more people, but it seems like it just really didn't resonate with gamers. It's always going to be hard making a multiplayer VR title. Yes, there have been some that have been successes. Firewall, Zero Hour, Riggs Mechanized Combat League. However, when you're designing a VR multiplayer game, you are just working with a smaller install base from the get-go, and with VR multiplayer titles being contingent on your multiplayer servers, you can quickly see how that would be an issue. So again, Starblood Arena will be closing its online doors on July 25th. And lastly, for those of you that have yet to check out Valkyria Chronicles 4, I have a great deal for you guys. The Memoirs from Battle Premium Edition is available for $39.44. That is a great deal, and it includes the game, a controller skin, and a Hoffentang vinyl statue. All of that for $39 is quite good. However, if you don't want any of those extras, you can also check out the standard game. That is available for $23.70, and that as well as the launch edition, and will come with the Ragnarok controller skin. I thought Valkyria Chronicles 4 was a great game. Yes, it was very similar to Valkyria Chronicles 1, added a new class, but the fundamentals were retained, but that's not a bad thing at all. You had that great watercolor art style, great story, and engaging cast of characters. I can say a lot of good about Valkyria Chronicles 4. Hopefully at some point we do see the series continue, but it doesn't seem like it's doing all too well from a sales standpoint. But it's not like Sega was expecting the world out of Valkyria Chronicles 4 as well, and it was released on just about every platform available, so hopefully it did well enough to justify the release of another game sometime down the line. But that's gonna conclude this video. Again, it looks like The Last of Us Part 2 is coming very soon. An adorable PlayStation 4 title in Songbird Symphony will be coming on July 25th. The Kingdom Hearts 3 Epilogue video is available to download right now, as is the secret movie. GameStop has given up on trying to sell itself to another company, and with that announcement, their stock has plummeted. Starblood Arena, a VR multiplayer shooter, will be closing its online doors on July 25th. And check out that great deal for Valkyria Chronicles 4, the Memoirs from Battle Edition for $39 and change, while the standard game is available for $23 and change. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.